Hi there, I'm Sam,
And I'm Kylie.
and this is
Crying in the Walk-In.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, yo, welcome back.
Welcome back. Today we have a very special guest, one of my favorite people in the universe, Annie.
Hello. Okay. Don't get shy now.
What up?
It's Annie.
I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. We've been
It's all
recording for
happening.
30 minutes, and now
I'm like, oh shit.
Annie is a
Hello.
dear friend. We have worked together before. We worked together recently, and I love her dearly. And
you.
why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Annie?
your service industry experience and anything
Anything
that
else,
you want the
whatever.
the whole world to know, because
I guess I
everyone's
would say I'm
listening.
what you call a lifer.
Okay.
I've been in the service industry since I was about 13.
No shit.
My first job was as a host at a diner.
Was that
Host?
legal? Or
I
you
mean,
paid
I
under
was,
the table?
It was on no, it was legal. I was on
Okay.
weekends. It was just like a,
Mm-hmm.
like a few hours in the morning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like, and then, after high school, I moved from Auburn to the city, to the big shitty. And then,
Oh, you're from Auburn,
I
Washington.
am from Gig Harbor.
Okay,
I
okay.
actually moved to Auburn at the end of my junior year. It was awesome. No, it was
Yeah,
not.
that sounds. That sounds.
I was like, a word?
Yeah,
No,
go ahead and explain how that works. Because
Well,
moving your junior year,
it
yeah,
was different.
Yeah.
It was cool in the way that it was significantly more diverse than Gig Harbor.
Oh, sure.
Because Gig Harbor is for like newlyweds and nearly deads, and they're all like super white. And good for them. It's a beautiful place.
yeah.
Beautiful. But
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
yeah, Auburn, much more diverse, which I did enjoy very
Yeah.
much. But yeah, moved there at the end of my junior year.
Gotcha.
And then I spent a little year in Spokane with my dad before he passed, and then moved back to Seattle. and then-
Kansas.
Yeah, the Spokompton.
Yeah.
I don't like when people say Spokanistan. I don't like that
Oh,
one.
nope. That's no
Don't
good.
like that at all.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
no
even
good.
heard that.
It's
so.
it's one I really don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Why
Especially-
not?
yeah.
Yeah,
Plot twist. That's what we came here to
plot
do.
twist. Woo! Yeah, don't like that. But because I don't mind Spokane. I have a lot of really wonderful friends there. I have oddly enough, my best friends in the entire world are both from Spokane. One I met living here, one I met living there. And yeah, after Spokane, moved back to Seattle, and my first bar job was at the Dubliner in Fremont when I was 21.
No way.
Yes.
Like an Irish pub.
Yeah, it
Are
was
they
actually-
still open?
No, so now it's like a Thai place, I think. But it actually originally was around where Dreamland is. So like I'm very acquainted with the Red Door. I actually currently have regulars who have been coming into Dreamland that were regulars of mine at the Dubliner.
That's
When they
fun.
found me, they became regulars of Dreamland.
When
which
they
was
found
really
me.
did.
Cute.
It's
That's
really
so
cute. He's an
sweet.
Australian man named Marty and his wife Leanne.
Marty.
And yeah,
yes.
Marty.
Yes,
Marty.
them. They're very funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. And he used to be like this big hockey player,
Matty.
fucking dude. Yeah. He was one of our pool sharks. He was one of our everyday regulars. He drank Mac and Jacks. Now he drinks Cloudburst. And Leanne would come down and be like, Marty. And she's not Australian. You're late for dinner. She would literally come down and be like, you've been here too long. It was so cute.
That's sweet.
This bitch has actually been in a time capsule. She's looked the exact same the entire time,
Wow.
which is kind of,
Leanne.
it's wild. Like her hair's been that pointy this whole time.
Yo.
Like a little kind of Liza Minnelli pointy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It sticks almost straight up. It's a coif.
I love her coming into the bar being like, I know exactly where he is. Be like, Marty!
Yeah, she
you're
knew
late.
exactly where he
this
was.
is cute. I want a movie of their life now.
They've been, let's see, 26 years they've been together.
Damn.
They just told me that. Yeah, they
Almost my age.
came into the bar and I
wish.
like clocked on and like turned around and I heard his voice and I was like transported back.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
was like,
where
what
am
the
I?
actual fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, I am what they call a lifer.
Yeah. Have you held like all positions? Like I've always seen you
So
just as
there were not
bartender
bar
extraordinaire.
backs when I was starting. I was a
Okay.
cocktail waitress when I first started at the Dubliner. So cocktail waitress or server. And it was like, so I've hosted, served, bartended, managed. Technically, I have baristaed.
Oh
Little-
yeah,
the barista,
classic.
barista to
Well, because
bartender
I
pipeline.
worked at Citizen, so I was actually a bartender who learned to barista.
Okay, you went
Oh.
to
Yeah, but I
backwards.
mean, I'm very fond of hiring baristas to bartend because their
Oh, yeah.
skill set is so similar, and
Yeah,
like they're very
absolutely.
organized, clean, multitasky.
Yeah.
It's a very natural pipeline.
Also,
Yeah.
also
That was my
I
pipeline.
Yeah, absolutely.
also I drink fucking Folgers, but that's
Great.
because I'm not a coffee nerd. But so I didn't know that there was that world. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't call them a regular, but they've come into my work often, and they do like coffee competitions,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. I was like, oh shit, there's like a whole world of
No,
nerdy
the owner
bartender.
of Liberty, Brandon, is like a super duper coffee nerd.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's like, and like that was his more upbringing
Mm-hmm.
was like the coffee competition world.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. And so he's like super coffee dork.
Yeah, and that's what I was. Yeah, I think like the parallel is crazy because
is.
it's like you can be just as much a nerd about liquor
Oh,
and spirits as you are about beans.
about their beans.
Their
is
beans.
like, is the way we get down about barley, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and like
yeah, yeah.
casks.
Yeah.
And we're like
It's so nerdy.
infusions.
Yeah, yeah.
Science. Super sciencey.
It also sounds like you've worked in almost all of the Seattle neighborhoods.
Pretty much, yeah. I
You're
feel
in
like
Fremont now. You've done Ballard.
so Fremont twice. I did Ballard, but I worked at a vintage store that my bar manager's wife owned.
Gotcha.
I was
Yeah,
working
yeah.
in the U district for the Royal and like a Pizza Mart family, and my bar manager at Royal's wife, who was also an ex Pizza Marter, she opened up a vintage store down there. So I went and worked for her at the same time as just like extra dough, and she needed someone that she could trust. So that was tight too, because I got my like first picks of
Yeah.
all the fucking sick vintage shit.
Shit, that sounds great.
I wish I worked in a vintage spot, but I worked at Value Village in college.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that was the
Hell yeah.
shit. That was like,
I've known some pickers at Goodwill and shit, or like the receivers.
Yeah.
So they get to like
oh yeah, you get the good
first
stuff.
see that shit.
yeah, absolutely.
I can still smell Value Village.
Bro.
It's a scent.
Yeah, when
bro.
you say Value Village, it does.
No, it's a scent for sure. But
God
yeah,
damn it.
Capitol Hill a few times. Belltown,
Yeah.
because I helped open Black Cat.
Did you?
I did, yeah,
we
that was-
love Black Cat.
Yeah, they're sweet babies. I'm glad that they be thriving right now. But yeah, no, helped open there. Yeah, so Belltown, Pike Place,
Where'd you work out in the market?
Can.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, so, I bar
Oh,
managed there for like a year and a half.
recent. That was
Yeah,
recent.
it was fun. It was
We share regulars.
the Pike Place is so
You and
we
I.
do sweet baby. I should text that man. He's real sweet. He gives good gifts.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Yeah, Can was fun. That Pike Place is so weird.
I would.
What a trip.
I don't think I would. I think
so
I have to
odd.
imagine like the money is cool.
Yeah,
but the,
and, like, I mean,
the
it's
environment would be weird.
Just
The
odd.
vibes are crazy. Down
The
there.
yeah, no, the
So,
vibes
okay,
are
this is what I
crazy.
wanted to ask about. Like, what neighborhood vibes do you fuck with, and like, are there certain neighborhoods you're like,
I mean, Ballard.
yeah,
Sure.
I feel like it still has a stick up its butt, but like it's
in the
cute.
weirdest
but like
way
it's
too.
yeah, like it's cute. It does have great spots.
Mhm.
Like, but for me, I have to like make Ballard a day.
yeah, mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Like I'm never gonna be a regular of Ballard.
It's a small
Yeah.
doses place for me.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I want to go like hit up the taco spot. Obviously, like you're gonna want. If you're smart, go to the Garrison. Like it's beautiful and like done really well.
Love. Mhm.
Yeah,
I've
so
only
like
been there
C2
once.
Tacos is
Oh,
new.
yum.
That's also a
Still haven't
spot.
tried
It's
it.
Fucking sick. Yeah, I went to several of her pop ups.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Drool.
I haven't
Fucking
been yet. I'm
drool.
excited.
But yeah, Ballard for me is kind of just like, whatever. And also Ballard is so into being Ballard,
Yes.
like almost more so than the Hill is into being the Hill.
Do you think that Ballard is like, I don't know if I'm, do you think that Ballard is like the identity where in which the outside world sees Seattle as?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the flannels?
Ballard is like pickleball as a human.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That,
That's their,
it totally
like Ballard self-identifies as pickleball
yeah, yeah. That's fair.
with a Hendrix martini.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay.
That sounds like such a sponsored ad, especially
Yeah.
since they hold like a pickleball
Wowza.
tournament. But I mean, they know their audience.
Yeah.
You know,
so
I
funny.
genuinely have a love for the Hill. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Fair.
But it's there, especially the like old haunts. Like I like the crustier parts of the Hill.
North End?
I love the Crescent.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
fucking
I love the
Actually,
Crescent.
that whole strip
You'll
right
never
there.
get good service there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
I love.
I don't
the
even.
karaoke.
I
And
haven't
people
drank in
keep
3.5 years, and I might get roofied there.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That whole strip is pretty good.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, like Donna's is gonna have my heart and soul. Pike Pine Corridor is just like
No,
Gross.
I can't.
Pike
go.
Pine
it's just
Corridor
gross.
is just, that's
I'm
college.
down if we're on the other side of Broadway.
Yes.
If
Okay,
we're on
yeah.
the hill, if we're going down the hill, then I'm
Yes.
for it.
Yeah.
I think it is truly like the
But
edges of
Broadway
Capitol Hill
makes
are
me,
the
like,
best.
crossing Broadway makes me gag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I like.
I like the North End. Too.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
Bait shop.
Bait shop.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just so
yeah, yeah.
special.
It is so special.
It is my favorite bar in Seattle. I'm
It's-
pretty sure.
hands
the
down.
things that they do bring so much legitimate joy
Yeah.
into our city and our culture of like just weird and
Yes.
silly. Like they're April Fool's Day parties where they just turn into another place or another
So good.
whatever. Like they did
Yeah.
Wet Hot American Summer and they did like hot dogs and fucking slushies.
And you know what's funny?
And camp counselor shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny to me is like not that you have to be, but they're also like quiet about it, which is something I kind of respect.
They're
just like
modest as fuck.
they-
Like
yeah.
Yep.
the most humble of brags.
I know, me too.
Like,
Also, their signs out front are
the
so
funniest
fucking
signs.
funny.
I want their signs to live forever.
I know.
Like
Oh, also every
now I wanna go
server and bartender who works there, like
So kind.
like
well, and they're like the love that they have for their owners is and like vice versa.
Yeah, and
Like,
each other.
And each other.
Inspiring.
Those
Yeah.
people, those people have so many of them have been there from day one.
Yeah, Darren has
Oh my
been
gosh.
there forever.
I love it. And
Yeah,
I've
it's
loved
beautiful.
watching them like
And
move
so-
up the ranks too.
They're
Yeah.
all so
I think
nice.
that's great.
And okay, we have to talk
Yeah,
about something
yeah,
else. Or
yeah.
I'm gonna start crying.
Seriously.
yeah. But anyway, so the outskirts of Capitol Hill are
Yeah.
I fuck with. I mean, like
Belltown I fuck with. Belltown has class.
Belltown.
Belltown just
She's a
has
classy bitch.
Belltown has class.
That's
No.
about yeah.
I just like Belltown because it's like old Seattle for me.
It is for me.
Even
it's,
as much as it's changed.
yeah, for me, it's like the city.
This is the most Seattle-y neighborhood to me. Like,
Yeah.
Pioneer
this
Square is
is-
going to make a comeback. Mark my words.
It's
Yes.
coming up right now
Yes.
for sure.
It,
Mark
it
my
like
words.
Pioneer Square like circles a lot.
It does.
You know, like it'll be,
But it's
cycles.
because it's a hub.
Yeah.
yeah.
Queen Anne I do not fuck with.
No.
For the most part, except for a couple of spots. I've only worked at one spot there. It was a horrible experience, but I wouldn't say it was indicative of Queen Anne itself.
You guys
And
are
you've
wild.
worked in the International District.
And I worked in the ID. So Kai and I met working together in a somewhat silly fashion.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Wait, is this Dynasty?
That is
Yeah, well, we worked at ETC together.
Yeah.
We didn't
Oh,
really
yeah, I
work at-
remember that. I feel like that's when I,
I think
first
we
met
each
you.
had,
Yeah.
we each had like one day at Dynasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, was that wild.
That was so. To think back now from where I am now, I'm really lucky to be alive.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. You and I used to polish off entire bottles.
I would just drink. I bled Montenegro.
The Montenegro like supply in our spot was
Yeah.
wild because
Not
we
gonna
were-
lie. Pretty sure it's like felony theft, the amount that we've drank on shift.
Oh my god, I'm
Like at this
sure.
point. But you know, with that also came the booger sugar, you know.
Oh my
and
God, yes.
The piles of it everywhere.
God.
Yeah.
Every time I walk by or like go by La Josie's now, I'm like, oh, the things that I've seen in this fucking bar.
You just shudder.
Yeah.
Do you feel
But
like
I hated it, but I loved that I got to
the
work
fact
with you.
that I met you, your partner, and Kat,
Incredible.
and I
Such a
mean,
good
I'll
time.
even throw in Domingo because that dude fucking rules.
Domingo, Dan, I love you,
Yeah,
Dan.
like we went through a very odd experience together.
Sure, yeah.
And met some really incredible people working for a really fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
But we made it out, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
you fucking hot, bro.
Yeah, thank God. I have so many questions now.
Ask away.
Go ahead.
Like, go ahead. Well, one, I used to work in like Italian restaurants.
Yeah.
Like that was my bulk of my industry. And there's just not piles of in.
Have you checked the walk-in?
Well, yeah.
Have you checked the cooler?
No, I'm sure that it
but
was
not
happening. But also nowadays, I know that it's happening around me. I do see it.
Yeah.
I see it more clearly now,
Oh,
obviously. But I'm curious. I mean, one, there's a sober movement in general.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like there are a lot more sobriety, but also less booger sugar
No,
in the industry, or do you think that I'm just?
I think the booger sugar amount is about the same.
Yeah.
Mostly because there are so many people who don't drink and just do drugs now. Because that's like the younger like generation.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I am now the youngest in my places of employment.
Are you?
So I
You're
don't
how
work
old?
with I'm 30.
Okay.
So I don't work with
Yeah.
the 20 somethings
nice. That is
anymore.
very
That's
yeah.
nice because I work with 24-year-olds sometimes, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just herding cats.
Yeah, it's
I feel
yeah.
like old and crusty.
Sometimes does it ever make you go, fuck, like what was I like when I was
Oh, I know
like
exactly
that-
what I was like.
Oh, yeah,
I was
I
a
was that.
fucking drunk cokehead. Like,
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I just like I am a person who with alcohol, like the reason I don't drink. So 3.5 years, woo,
Yeah. Congrats.
Yes,
Congrats.
fucking
incredible.
sick, is because genetically I am never going to stop. Like if I don't
Yeah.
completely, I have no quit in me.
Yeah.
Except for
yeah,
the
you ain't a
ultimate
quitter.
quit.
Yeah.
I can't half-ass drinking.
Mm-hmm.
If I have one, I'm having a million, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love it. Like I love the culture of it. I love my job. Like, it fucking sucks that it's poison.
Yeah.
We talk about that sometimes. we
Yeah,
are
it
dealing
fucking sucks
poison.
that-
Yeah, we
it
just
sucks
serve
that it's
people poison.
because it's so cool how it's ever evolving
Yeah.
and it's always changing. And like, I mean, at this point, I feel like we could probably halt on products for like a minute.
Absolutely.
I'm like
It's
overwhelmed,
overwhelming.
bro. And I'm sorry, like we don't have the shelf space. Y'all need to.
On
There's
that-
like 9 brands with a banana liqueur.
Yeah,
And
it's- we
like,
just
and
need
I-
one or two.
And I fuck with
please.
it, man. I
Yeah,
do. But
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
Please.
can I finish a bottle?
Yeah.
Please.
No.
Before
No,
you
you
come
can't.
out with me with 19 versions of watermelon.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
bro. Oh, it's a cask strength watermelon.
No. Barrel aged.
Like,
yeah. No, you're so right
yeah,
about
I
that.
just feel like, can we have a break?
Well,
Especially because you help with ordering and
Yeah.
stuff too, so
Yeah.
you see all of it. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god.
Sometimes
I
it makes me
can't.
feel stupid. I'm like, literally, should I know all of these? And then I realize nobody else
No.
knows what it
No.
is either. We're like, where did this just pop out
Nowhere.
from? All this, the most popular right now is that Pandan liqueur. Yummy stuff, but like
I
what?
hate
Have you
Pandan.
ever had to work with Pandan? That shit is annoying. You have to beat the fuck out of it first.
Oh, really?
I hate
You
it.
have to beat the fuck
You
out
have to beat up Pandan before you can work
Pandan.
with it. Pandan.
Yeah.
I
Pandan.
hated.
Well,
oh my
okay,
God.
so since since we're on the topic of expanding liquors, do you feel like, the NA liquor shelf is expanding
Yes.
as well?
Go to town.
It's
yeah,
in like
Go to town.
It's Boca Burger phase.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
it.
for real. Because I mean,
expand on that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
I
like-
like the.
I
I
do
think
too.
I get what you mean, but go ahead.
You know how when vegetarianism got like really big and Boca Burger was a huge thing?
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh man, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's almost there,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
not
okay.
quite there.
yeah.
I feel like NA booze is in that stage right
Yeah.
now. I bet
That's
in,
such
like,
a good point.
We're gonna like blink, and in a few years, it's gonna be like, is this whiskey or is this like
It
NA
is
whiskey?
from
Like,
the
it's
very
crazy.
first product I ever tried. It is night and day already.
Yes,
Do you remember what that first product
Oh,
was?
fuck.
my first was Seedlip.
Yeah, I remember when you brought those
Seedlip,
home.
Seedlip, I had we sampled it at Speed Rack when it first came out.
Yeah, I would
And
say it
was-
probably was
and it was-
Seedlip.
and I remember being like, "Damn, this is wild!" Like,
Yeah, I was like,
because it's not good to shoot. It is great for mixing.
yes.
Which, like, we were talking about this yesterday. Like the new NA tequila Free Spirits, can't shoot it. Don't recommend doing that at all. It's really not that good. But in a margarita, Jesus Christ, it tastes
Bloody
exactly
Mary
the same.
also.
Bloody Mary is too really good.
really good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Whiskey is something that cannot be done. I've learned.
Liars
as of right
was one
now.
of the like first
Liars, yeah.
ones.
I think
Ritual
I have
was
a-
up there.
I have a hard time with Ritual.
That's all right. No, I'm just saying those were like some of the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
ones. I
yeah,
tried.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think I like their whiskey better than their rum, but their rum is one of the most
Oh, the-
awful NA
That whiskey
Liars
tastes
or
like
Ritual?
raisins.
Ritual.
Yeah, the Liars Cane one is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That
like,
was the hard
I
one
feel
for
like
me
they
when I was
should aim
sober.
for more cane
Yeah.
instead of trying to mimic like Jamaican.
it says like Cane
age.
Spirit, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, they've definitely like night and day for sure.
Yeah.
Even like the beers, honestly. Even.
The beers,
Wow.
like
a lot of NA beer I fuck
Athletic.
with.
is killing it.
Fantastic.
Also, we can't not talk about Pathfinder with
No,
it.
Yeah.
absolutely.
That
no.
shit's fucking
I mean,
wild.
I'm really lucky, like having when I quit drinking, so it was like COVID ish, to work in a place like that really embraced that. And obviously, a big part of that was because of Pathfinder
Yeah.
and working for and with a person who was part of the beginning of that company, which is super fucking dope.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Hi, Craig.
Pathfinder is local.
No, it is not. However, I believe I feel like they get a lot of herbs and things from like Colorado, but I believe the guys are over on the East Coast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But they and Craig found one another. I don't believe how. You definitely have to ask him. Found one another, and they brought him on board, and he's just led
Yeah.
the charge.
Yeah.
Like he has his whole like crew of
jumpsuit wearing
jumpsuit little minions,
Minions,
you
yeah.
know,
Cute.
just doing laybacks of Pathfinder
Yeah.
left and right.
Oh, we
And
love.
it's really fun.
no, it's a fantastic
Pathfinder-
It is the best
Yeah.
tasting non-alcoholic product
and texture, like
as far as depth,
Yeah.
texture, viscosity.
Yes, yes.
Like it actually has
Mouthfeel, if
It
you
has
will.
mouthfeel, absolutely, and
Yeah.
it doesn't just taste like a watered down version of a spirit.
Yeah.
Because most of especially the first stuff that I tried, I'm not gonna even like say which ones because they've even like redone their products,
Yeah.
at least once since
Yeah,
the first
that's
time I tried
true.
it. But it literally it tasted like you were walking around like drinking the fallen soldiers at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
doing match shots.
tepid,
Yeah.
watered down remains of
Yeah.
like a 7 and 7.
Yeah, yes,
Like-
absolutely. Yes.
It's like somebody like whispered like
Yeah, they're like tequila.
like
Yeah, like what? But yeah, it's got depth, so that's dope.
yeah.
And then
that shit that and Athletic got me through my year of sober.
yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
It
Yeah.
is so good.
Yeah, I take shots of Pathfinder or cold brew usually.
Yeah.
If I
Cold brew's
feel
a
like
good one, too.
participating in a safety,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
If you're feeling unsafe.
Yeah, if I feel unsafe in the world and I just desperately need to be in a walk-in with my friends.
Yeah. That is I think the bit of the safety meeting is just it's toxic. Love it.
When I was a
But-
kid, having a safety meeting meant you were smoking weed. It was like you were going to go out back and have a little safety meeting.
Oh, that's so
so
funny.
funny.
yeah, like
I
out,
never
by, like
smoked
out in the
weed.
back. Yeah, like because you were a bad.
That's so funny.
Oh, I've been like a cigarette smoker since I was like 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I tried cigarettes
Which
once
was-
in middle school.
Don't do
and-
that.
Yeah, I don't do it. And then I didn't throughout high
I'm an
school, but then
electronics
back at it on
digital smoker now.
I just quit. Guys, it's
Proud
been,
of you. Fuck yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. So with your quitting drinking, was there any like environment or things that helped? Because I feel like bartenders are always in this cycle of like, I need to quit, and not everyone needs to quit. Like you said, you're like genetically, like
Well,
everyone's path is differently.
I
but
got rid of the thing that was going to kill me.
yeah.
Like I was drinking to die for sure. When there's no quit in you like that, like you are, like that is like it's pretty much voluntary suicide at that point.
Yeah.
And for me, I was very comfortable once I got to the point of like, all right, I can absolutely never drink again. Like I watched my dad die from doing that exact thing.
Okay.
And so for me, it was it was like 3 months in, because I kind of like started with like tiptoe more, just like I didn't want to be one of those people that was like, I quit drinking, and then like 3 months down the line you see me fucking wasted at my local haunt. Because so it was more of I'm taking a break. I also didn't want to put pressure on myself. I knew it was not going to be fun.
Pressure makes it harder,
and I knew it was not going to be fun. Did not tell a lot of people, just because also pressure. Didn't want to like feel like I disappointed anyone. Even though from most people I got the like, didn't know you had a problem, and I was like, part of the problem. I'm that good at it. And because I was at most, like as much as I went out, I drank just as much at home.
Okay.
And so like I did drink often at bars, but I would also have like a fifth or a handle or whatever, or a box at home. And so like for me, I knew about 3 months in, I was willing to quit the industry if I needed to.
Okay.
I was very lucky. I worked in a place that was so supportive. I asked to only work day shifts, just to keep myself away from the more like triggering situations that happen late at night.
Yeah.
And was like pretty much just like, I'm down if you like need me to, like if it's last minute, an emergency happens, but like this I think is my best chance for success. I tried AA for a hot minute and had an incredible fucking sponsor, but it's just not for me. I do like weed.
Do they not let you?
No,
nothing.
No, it's
not even bagels, dog.
Yeah, like literally,
like
bagel. Like I mean, you really should stay away from them if you have to take P tests, because it's just annoying.
Yeah,
because they show up so fast.
Sure.
Yeah,
they show up after one bagel.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. But yeah,
What?
so. Tried that, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I'm lucky. I am lucky I quit when I did. There's just been so much support around it, and also,
you're saying like in other times in context it might have been harder.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked in a place where at one point every situation was met with a shot.
Yeah.
Every single.
Yeah.
Happy, sad, angry, mad, frustrated. Didn't matter. Go take a shot. Take a shot about it.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Like quite literally.
Yeah.
So, like I can't even tell you how many times I wanted to quit drinking, but it was like, I don't want to answer the questions.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Like won't just let you.
Also, the bartenders around me sometimes, like if I say that I'm taking a break, like everyone knows they have a drink. Everyone's like, we all have drinking problems. We all know. It's a big fat
talked
joke.
About it pretty openly.
Yeah, it's a big
whether
fat joke.
we do it in jest or not.
Yeah. But the second somebody's like, oh, I'm taking it easy or this or that, everyone freaks out and starts self-evaluating and projects and does all this weird shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, or you could just not mind what I do with my body.
Like
and
this is,
I'm just
over here chilling.
Yeah.
Like,
but everyone, alarm bells go off and everyone's little
especially
head.
if I run into people while they're drunk, they're like little fucking things go off.
And they're like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm a terrible person.
And I'm like, no.
No, you put a lot of words into my mouth just now.
Like, whoa.
You're like, I'm doing this for me.
And it's like, yeah, I can see in your nose, and yes, I can smell alcohol in your breath.
Yeah.
But guess what? Your life is yours, and I love you, maybe, or I don't, maybe. Hard to say. Like, depends on who it is.
Yeah.
But like, I don't care. Yeah. I can tell you that much. Like, I don't want you to do anything that would hurt you.
Yes.
But I genuinely don't care.
Yeah.
Like, please do whatever the fuck you want to around me. Like, if I want to go to a bar, I'm absolutely going to go to a bar. At this point, it's more than likely for company and or food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's all. But sometimes, fucking mix it up. Make me a fun ass NA cocktail. Get weird with it. Like, let me try something you've been working on.
Yeah. And then also, I will say too, like, with the context of bar scenes now, the NA movement is growing.
It's
and
real.
so I think like quitting is becoming not easy. Not easy at all. Quitting,
never.
Quitting your drug is not easy, but I think like
it's more accessible.
Yeah, it is accessible. There's more options, and even recently, I had a guest came in and was basically asking me questions about NA spirits, like where to start. She wants to open like an NA bar. And I was like, honestly, that would be kind of sick. I don't know how well a fully NA bar would do, but I mean, and there's restaurants that don't serve Denny or IHOP doesn't serve booze and they get by, you know, like
No, I mean, yeah, no,
like,
I think that
but
you
if-
would really have to work your concept and
Yes.
have the right thing going. I think having a dry spot is not impossible.
yeah.
I think that having a dry spot would genuinely depend on how you do it.
Yeah.
because also
and where
like,
you
there's
where you
where
put
and-
it.
yeah.
so many external factors.
Yeah, like, there's
where it
just,
is,
like
advertising. of
Because
the
I mean,
space,
technically, like a coffee shop is gonna
Is-
be, you know,
yeah.
like but then there are coffee shops that like also might sell like a couple beers or wines, you
yeah.
know,
Or espresso martinis.
yeah.
Because it's also
whatever.
hard. You're like, how many people will actually go to this?
Yeah,
place
I
too,
think
you know?
like the bottle shop being there, I think is cute and niche and like a fun idea, and I hope that they survive as long as they want to. And I think that it.
Wait, is this an NA bottle shop?
Yeah, it's
there's
in
one
Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Okay, and it's just called the bottle shop.
No, let me.
It's called
It's something
in
cute. It's like something and
dry.
something and dry, cheeky and dry,
Cheeky and dry.
cheeky
Yes.
and
Oh,
dry.
cool.
It's next to Windy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think. I think
Yeah,
for
it's like 61st and Finney.
okay.
Yeah, but it's an all NA like bottle shop, if you
That's
will.
cool.
Yeah, so it's all the spirits, the wines, the beers.
That's a good test then. Like if that
That's
spot,
what I mean,
if that
is like-
spot manages to
and you
keep
know it's
afloat,
nice and
there's
small.
probably a
It's
market
just like
for
a
it.
couple, I believe, that runs and
Cool.
you know, and it's really cute.
Cool.
And you know, like that's a place that I'm sure like all of the reps that have those things in their portfolios, like that's probably a pretty
Yeah.
hot little spot for them.
Also, I will say something that's taking off is those Liquid Death.
Oh yeah, my
Yo,
best
I
friend's
love
husband
Liquid Death.
worked for like helped get them going.
Oh, really?
He actually just left to work for a NA beer company.
Oh, cool.
He's also doing the same thing with, but he worked for Liquid Death after working for PBR for many, many
Yeah.
years. And so he got to take like everything he knew about that industry and bring it to water.
Yeah.
Which is super dope.
It's so fun because I remember when
Their
it first
marketing's
came
incredible.
out.
Yeah, their marketing's amazing.
Because
They're
I
on
remember when
every
it
good
first came
podcast.
out, I was talking to a couple people who used to work at Dreamland with us about it, and I was like, "Isn't that like a cold brew or something? Like, what is
Yeah.
it?"
Well,
And they were
no.
like, "Ha ha ha, you
Tea
idiot!
and
It's
soda
water."
water.
And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great." But their have you had their iced tea lemonade
So good.
situation?
Oh, no,
They're
is
Arnie
it good?
Farming?
Fuck.
So good.
Oh well, now they call it armless.
Yeah.
No, they call it dead billionaire.
Oh, cute.
Because they called it Arnold Palmer or whatever, armless.
The
Palmer.
armless Palmer or whatever. Yeah.
And the Arnold Palmer like people were like, you can't call it this, blah blah blah. And so
Yes.
they're
Oh,
like,
so they
cool,
said
we'll call
cool.
it dead
Yes,
billionaire
yes,
instead.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
kinda
my
funny.
best friend's husband was like
That is so
yeah,
funny.
a
That's
part of all that,
cool.
which is super dope.
That's
yeah.
sick. Yeah, no, because the first time I saw it, it was actually really funny. My partner at the time was working like practice like for a couple. He was on an attempt to get sober at that time.
Taking a nice break.
Yeah, he was, and we went to a gathering of friends, and his friends were supportive, but it freaked me the fuck out because one of his friends walked up with a case of the Liquid Death, and this was the first time I saw it, but it's so metal looking that I was like, that there's alcohol. I was like,
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I literally was like, why are you shoving that in his face? And then I realized, no, his friends are supportive. They were giving him like
Cool water.
this metal
Cool
looking
water.
water. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, that's fucking sick. But at first I was like, this is so silly. But now
Their merch is
It's so good, and their
insane.
commercials are hilarious.
I've never seen a single
very
And if you
funny.
read the sides of their cans,
Oh, they're
fucking
funny.
They're so good.
hilarious.
They're
Yeah.
so good. Yeah,
So good.
whoever does that is
Yeah.
killing it.
So
Fantastic.
to all that to say that if those brands are taking off, Pathfinder, Liquid Death,
That's
if
what I
they're
think,
successful,
and on like we said very like long ago, the generation just under us is doing more drugs than drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that that's not the worst thing.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
personally, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like some of them, some
Mm-hmm.
of the drugs, like, but I mean, I guess,
I mean, I'm not a
Yeah.
doctor, but
yeah.
But yeah, I know.
I am not a doctor.
yeah, I'm not a doctor, but I have heard things that like alcohol is like one of the most dangerous substances
It is.
to get
It's
Off
one of
of?
two substances that will kill you coming off of it.
Yeah.
Opiates and alcohol.
Yeah. So
But the withdrawals can kill you.
Yeah. So yeah, it might not be the worst thing that kids are leading into mushrooms and acid.
This
and
is the
things like that.
perfect time for the industry to take a break in product making and just let us figure out the ones we've got for a while.
Yeah, that's true too.
Let the kids do drugs for a year so
Yeah.
we can get through some of the.
We need to get through our back stock.
Annie for
89,000
president. Annie
flavors
for
of
president.
Giffard.
yeah.
Love your product so
Yeah,
much, but
yeah.
also
Let's take a chill.
I need a break in flav.
a flavor
I need a flavor break.
Yeah,
I need a flavor break.
Okay, that being said, I like you nice segue here. I put together a list, and some of it seems inappropriate because you don't drink anymore, but you have put some of these in your body, so
Great.
you can probably
Yeah.
have an opinion on it. I've made a list of things that we're going to evaluate as overrated or underrated.
Okay.
And so I have a list of both products, cocktail related things, but also behaviors within a bar.
I taste, but I spit. So
Okay.
I don't forget.
And I never forget.
But I spit and I don't.
And I don't forget.
Okay, so right off the bat, chartreuse, overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Deliciously overrated.
Yes, that's a good answer. I like that. I have never been a chartreuse.
Leave the monks alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let them pray.
Let them fucking
I just
chill.
I'm getting annoyed at the fact that people are like regular people are coming in like, bro, do you have chartreuse? I'm
Yeah.
like, please stop. Like,
Just stop.
You know
literally,
it's
we've liked it
overrated when the
forever.
at-home bartender tech bros.
Oh,
start, yeah,
Okay,
Please.
pappies.
yeah,
Like,
oh,
get out of here.
Yeah.
yeah. Rumplemans.
Delicious in every
Oh,
single way,
incredible.
shape, and form.
Yes.
We call him my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
I was a rumpy drinker. For a long
Overrated
time.
but delicious.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting. I love it so much.
I think there are a few other like peppermint spirits that
You know,
that are just more refined.
This was a
if
really
you
happy
will,
day for
but-
me when I was a drinker. I went to my buddy Ray Gomez's house, and he had a bottle of the Batch 206 Mint vodka. And so
What?
when they made that, it was also 100 proof. So it was Rumpelmann's vodka, and
Yeah.
it was without the syrupiness. It was
Oh.
the most delicious minty goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they hadn't
The syrupy
they hadn't
is
been
what gets me.
Well,
that
that's
too,
the thing,
and
is
that's why I don't fuck with chartreuse either.
well,
is
and
the
that's
syrupy,
so why like
thick.
and they had stopped making it. So when I saw it on his shelf, I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And he gave it to me, and I was like, "Oh, kid in a candy store."
Oh God.
It's just so like,
Yeah, it's thick. It's a thick boy.
yeah, it's
Something that's on the list already, but you've already mentioned is Pandan.
fucking overrated.
Yeah.
I hate Pandan. I hate it.
Yeah,
It's not.
You
good
don't
to
like
me.
the flavor of it?
No. I think I'm ruined though because we had this little like a flavor concentrate of it one time that people were using to like fuck with cocktails at East Trading Company.
Yes. Yeah, I
And
think I
they
got
put-
Pandaned out.
Yes. And
Okay.
they put too much
Early
in
on,
it.
because I think
no,
it's
that-
just
and
catching
then
its
I think that
fad right
comes
now.
from working in a place that definitely was like more of an Asian culture vibe. So
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
we got Pandaned out a little early.
Well, because everybody was putting so much of it, and
So
it was
much.
and it tasted like it just reminded me of like eating vanilla cake batter.
Yes.
like is what it tasted
Correct.
like to me.
yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
No,
so now
that's
when
how I
taste
describe it to guests. We have it the liqueur in one of our cocktails, and I'm like, it gives off this vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
And then, but now when I taste it, I can only taste like 2018.
So it's just it's a
tasting
traumatic
2018
response you're
is a
having to
dramatic
Pandan. Yeah,
Thing to taste.
yeah,
yeah.
It's a dramatic time.
God damn. Okay, ube, similar vein.
Oh, so here's the thing. Oh, you go first.
Ube's cute.
She's
Ube's-
cute.
Ube's cute.
Do people mostly use it for the color though? Like because it's purple.
I
It's a-
think
it's a-
so.
It's a yam.
Yeah, it's like the texture's interesting. So depending on cocktail, I've really enjoyed it mouthfeel wise and really not.
I have to like it because it's a Filipino
Yeah, it's
root
it's a
vegetable.
cutie.
and I love it because it's purple and adorable. But I do think that it is kind of getting overplayed at this
Yeah,
point.
it's overused.
Yeah,
Okay.
because a lot of people just I don't know. They're just doing it and ruining it. I don't know.
It's like they're doing it just to do
Just
it.
to
Just
do
to
it.
be like,
Not-
look, I used Ube.
Yeah, not to
not like I'm using Ube because
Yeah.
this. It's like, no, but look, there's Ube.
She's
Yeah.
pretty.
She's so cute.
She is so
She
cute.
is so cute though.
She's the cutest.
That's why I said she's cute.
Burnett.
I've never liked it myself.
Really?
It personally, just
Yeah.
like, and I don't dislike bitter. I've learned to love bitter over time. I'm a Bronca Menta gal.
Me too.
Gotcha.
But for Net Bronca, I've never enjoyed myself. Y'all go nuts. It's for you.
yeah.
That's so funny because for so long I was like, I love Fernet.
Well, I
love
trained
it.
myself
I
to
love
like it because I was like,
Yep.
I want to
I
be.
have one Fernet coin and it belonged to Rocky. And so that is the
Yeah.
Fernet coin in which I have.
Sure.
I have a Fernet coin because, and me and Parker acknowledged it when he handed it to me, but he was like, I heard it's kind
Did
of
he
like
say welcome to the club, bro?
no, he said, he was like, it's apparently a tradition that like you pass it down to like a mentee of yours.
I cried when I got my first
Yeah. And I almost cried when I,
Yours?
JB Reynolds.
Oh.
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. So yeah, but we literally we did have a good laugh about how dumb the tradition was.
I think,
but it
I
was
think
just
it's-
a moment for us to say out loud.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's
that we
sweet
love
for
each
them.
other.
Like for
Yeah.
them, to like Presh, do your cute little silly thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But I didn't even know it was a thing until he and I shared that moment.
It was
no,
definitely
see, it seems
something-
like it was shared appropriately.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I have witnessed the kind of like douchebaggery elements
like
of it.
the challenge coin, like when you
Yeah.
throw it on the
Yeah,
bar,
I'm
and
like,
if you
you're
don't
not
have
in the
yours, you owe them a
military.
shot. Because that's
Calm
what
down.
it is.
I've heard about that. That is the
So that's, like,
dumbest
the-
No,
shit.
and that's a
thing.
military thing. So like, why are you
Pick
ew,
a different thing.
Stop.
And now they're just kind of like collectors things
Yeah.
that you get. Like,
But like,
you
it
got
sounds like
them-
you received yours in like the way in which it was intended,
Yeah.
which is
That's a sweet
like
way
a
to do
mentor mentee kind
Sure.
of like sweet
They
moment.
they also gave them to us every year at Speed Rack too.
Yeah.
Which so they do it a lot for like every like big cities get them every year.
Yeah.
And states get them every year.
And I mean, fuck, if you're a coin collector, fucking go to town because
Yeah,
they are
they're
cool.
They're super
Yeah.
cool.
They are really cool
But
looking.
it's like not something I value.
Yeah, I
like
know.
it's something that I used to really care about when I first started bartending, and then I was like, oh, I don't think I like Fernet.
yeah. I think I
I
truly
do like Bronca Menta though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Bronca
I
Menta's
fucks
delicious.
with Bronca Menta.
Yeah, I truly forced myself to like it because I
Yeah.
thought that's what
Apparently I'm a minty
bartenders
boy.
did.
Yeah, I think
I'm a minty
I think
boy.
we're minty.
Yes, you're a minty
She
boy.
a minty daddy.
Minty daddy.
Dry ice bits.
Could care less.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah, it's fine.
literally.
I feel like someone is more likely to misuse it
Yes.
than use it properly.
It stresses me out.
So,
Okay, and then 2 more products. I'm gonna skip over some of them, but ginger in general,
I mean,
underrated.
it's-
Underrated for sure.
underrated.
yeah, because it fixes almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Think about
I love
ginger
in
and creme de
cocktails.
mure
Mhm.
and how they can basically, they are the ultimate Band-Aid for almost any bartender.
Yeah, that's actually a really fair point. I just think that maybe because I've seen people. I like ginger a lot
People
too.
do overutilize ginger.
Well, I
you
just-
have to use these.
Or,
Yeah,
or
it's-
like they
it's
rely
it's
on
a small
it too.
dose, baby.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
more that it's like it is relied on heavily because it's tried and true.
Yeah.
So for
Can't use
me,
it as a crutch.
yeah.
Yes,
So
correct. You just utilize it when it's necessary.
yeah.
When it's going to actually like make you a better cocktail.
Yeah.
Not just fix your cocktail.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
cool.
oh my god, it's okay, but well, I'll just top it off with some ginger beer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then grenadine, I think is kind of a similar vein for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
kind of feel like
overused but underrated.
Yeah.
I
Because it
agree.
has its place in like the
Because
tiki world for sure.
Absolutely.
I remember Nick always would make the best cocktails with.
We also have
grenadine.
better grenadine now than we did.
True.
It's
So
not just
true.
maraschino like neon red juice
yeah.
stuff. Like
I
we
think-
actually have decent grenadine now,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Because that stuff
Yeah.
tastes great. The kids hate it.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't get this.
Yeah.
What is- I'm expecting Red Robin, and you're bringing. What is this?
The kids don't get it, and the boomers don't get it because they're so used to
Right.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're expecting that like
bright
Red Robin
Yes.
fucking syrup.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Not like a beautifully crafted grenadine.
House-made grenadine.
House-made.
grenadine.
Let's hear your most heinous story. Your heinous story from this week.
This is from yesterday.
Okay.
So I am going on vacation soon, so I picked up Sweet Baby shift yesterday to Expo, which I ended up serving. And there's
as it goes.
Oh, I was fine with that. I've never worked a brunch shift there, so I haven't even seen half the food.
Oh yeah.
So that's
I've expoed one brunch shift there.
Yeah.
And by the end, I felt cross-eyed because so
looking
much
at, like
fast.
watching her do it, I thought she was.
Yeah.
And she fucking killed it too.
Yeah.
All right, so this family starts by entering the building so in the movie WALL-E, I have to preface by in the movie WALL-E, there's the group of people that do nothing, and like genuinely their faces, they were just like the face of those people in WALL-E. It was kind of wild actually.
Yeah.
But the smallest of the children whips the door open and starts screaming about wanting to see the disco ball hallway immediately.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And she just stomps her way through the building to the hallway. And then the whole family kind of meanders around for a while. And then they finally get sat at table 23, which I'm never told good stories about this table. Never once.
There's not a single.
I don't know what it is about this table.
It's cursed.
Horrible people sit there. It turns them into horrible people. I don't
Someone threw
know.
up at that table one time when I was serving.
Yeah,
it.
like it's
Table
an
23.
icky, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a bad vibe. And they sit down. There's two children, and they're throwing things at each other the entire time. The smallest of the children is hitting her mother with anything she can get her hands on. I'm being yelled at. At one point, I went to go pre-bus the table a little bit, and the little girls grabbed the knives from in front of me.
Sick.
And just starts kind
Did
of
you
like
scream and run away?
I literally like,
like, oh.
that same girl hit her mom with the mom's phone, and I didn't mean to, but I literally went, "Oh, violence!"
Oh my god, that is so
violence.
funny.
And like the mom is trying to put in the order for the whole family, and everything is argued with. This poor woman can't get out thighs and fries before being yelled at because the kid wants something else.
Yeah.
And it's just so, and at one point she said, like, in passing, announces that she's like pregnant, and in my head I'm like, why, a third?
Yeah.
For what purpose?
Yeah.
You don't even like them, I can tell.
They don't even like you.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
This world can't handle that many farts.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Yeah,
It was just
the greenhouse
like, they were
gases.
just scary. A scary family.
Yeah.
Very demanding. When the father asked for napkins, he did so with so much food in his mouth
What
that
the
it was like
fuck?
spitting all over the table.
Are you sure this wasn't a movie? Like, what
It
is
was-
going on?
No, like at the end, is watching me sadly sweep up under the table.
Ew.
Like it's the end of fucking
Is it?
drag brunch.
Yeah.
There was so much shit on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And
If I was a parent too, I'd be like, "Can I clean this up, please?"
it was
my
dis-
spawn did.
Oh,
This.
it was disgusting.
So for context for the listeners, on our break we were talking about hating, not hating children, but not wanting to
bringing
have
more into this earth.
Yeah, but if I did, I literally would clean up after them.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but that is like my least. I'm so glad I work in. Well, I hardly ever have to sweep up floors because we don't serve food.
Sure.
And we don't serve children because we're 21 plus.
A paradise.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely for the most part. But
The other night it was like a fucking soccer team and their whole family.
yeah, I don't know what it is about sweeping up another human being's child's food that makes me feel horrible inside.
I
but
think it's
like
because
the
of
worst.
how aggressively I watch them throw it on the floor.
Right.
And it's like they're doing it on like
To me.
It's like they know.
They like stare you in the eyes.
yeah, and they know
throw it.
and they're like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, put
Yeah,
that up.
Go get that broom.
that's what the feeling
Yeah,
is.
and like that woman, like so blasé, like blah blah blah. You know, like I'm pregnant, and I was just like, no.
yeah.
You're like, my condolences.
Literally, was just like, I'm gonna grab your check.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Sure.
Okay. So overrated, underrated, volunteering to be first off. Underrated. Bit
bro.
underrated.
Underrated, dude.
If you want to leave.
Yeah, just get
I'll
out of
take your
here.
money.
That was something that I really needed to like teach myself to be able to do, because I'd be like, well, I need to help everyone with everything. Like,
Oh,
I need
totally.
to make
Yes,
sure
yes,
I
yes.
everyone's set up really well. And then I watched everyone else.
Dasha,
to me
did you
just
hear
be
that?
like, yeah, Dasha.
Volunteer as tribute, baby.
Yeah,
do it.
Oh,
Take it.
Did you hear
absolutely.
that, baby?
You're allowed to leave.
Underrated.
You're
Go
allowed to
home.
leave.
Yeah, you are not changing.
Everyone else does.
I
You can
promise.
too.
I promise.
Showing up to work hungover.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Abby,
Grow
will be-
up.
what?
Grow up.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I think
also,
I
letting
think
it
it's
hinder your
also,
work.
yeah, just like don't let it affect everyone around you. If you're hungover, like I will, and you're like not being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I will be so sweet to you.
Yeah.
and like I will make your coffee. I'll get you a snack. I'll make you a
Yeah.
fucking like little whatever. Like, but if you're being a little bitch,
Yeah.
you literally paid to feel this way.
you
Own
paid
it.
to feel this
Own
way.
it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, like just come on, don't let it ruin like everybody else's day because you made a very, very cognizant choice.
Yeah.
Like,
Choice.
you made a choice and you literally paid for it. And if you
And
didn't,
you are paying for it.
yeah,
currently.
and that's all right. Like, because I'm not judging you, just do your job. That's
Do
all
your
I
job.
ever ask.
Don't make it
Yeah.
my problem.
yeah, don't make it my problem.
Flirting with the cooks for food.
Oh, underrated. Do it
Yeah,
whenever
do
you
it,
can, baby.
please.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows we barely get free food.
I
so.
mean, and also, you know what? Some of those sweet baby angels deserve a little attention.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Some of them
Don't they,
are
though?
some fucking good dudes that I adore.
Yeah.
I have a
Yes.
story about one of the guys in the kitchen.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
We love Mauricio. But Mauricio is so beloved.
Yes.
And such a flirt that his wife made him wear a shirt.
Yes.
With his wife and his kids on it.
Yep.
Just so that
I heard about that.
That
just
is
so
beautiful.
People would stop flirting with him so much. Not like us at work or
He
anything,
can't-
but wherever he was.
Stop it. He
can't
has
stop.
the Riz.
He's
does.
got the
He always
riz.
has a good
Riz.
shirt.
He does always have a good shirt.
And he's
He's got a good vibe. He's got a good attitude. He's always like,
That's
so funny.
cute.
I love him. It's
yeah,
so
underrated,
funny, though.
man. They deserve
They'll
love
do it.
too.
They'll do it for you too, and they're also kind.
Yeah.
That's the
Only
thing.
If you have kind, if you don't have slimy creepies.
Yeah, if you're icky, give me my free food and walk away.
Yeah.
If you're icky, and I'm not gonna flirt with you, but I'll be like nice enough.
Yeah.
But if you're like one of my sweet little babies, then you get coffee treats and you get yum treats from me, and I get yum treats from you.
I'll give you an extra beer every once in a while.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make you some like fancy ass lemonade or fancy ass coffee, whatever your sweet tooth desires.
We always at How to Cook a Wolf. We always gave the back of house like the best coffee. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I pulled shit espresso for our
yeah.
guests, but for our cooks, I was like,
No,
here
you gotta
go.
treat those kings like
and
kings.
here
you know?
here's a fucking expressed orange zest.
Yeah,
over
no, you
your
were
coffee.
over the coffee.
No, we respect back a house in my house.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Unless back of house doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like if you're my
It's
babies,
mutual,
we
yeah.
good. Yeah, it's
Oh,
mutual.
yes,
You gotta the
100%.
respect must be there.
Overrated, underrated. A guest reading a menu.
Like out loud.
No, just reading it at all instead of asking you, "What's your favorite?"
Oh my
What
God.
are your-
What's popular here?
Yeah.
My favorite response is my mouth is not your mouth. So I might not enjoy what you enjoy.
It's what I always say when people are like, "Oh yeah, like what would you drink if you were me right now?" I'd be
But
like,
no, like-
tequila and a shot of tequila and a beer.
I think
And
you're
they're
just
like,
lazy
"That's
if you
boring."
don't even have the capacity. Like, read the fucking menu.
Yeah.
I had
Just
a lady
read it.
try and get me
At
to
least
read the menu to
like
her
at
once.
least a little.
Yeah. So
over
reading
the phone countless times.
Oh,
so
sure.
reading a menu is an underrated.
I mean, I just don't understand why.
Yes.
Is it like
It is for me. It's like I think that when somebody actually reads a menu or asks intelligent questions post reading the menu,
yeah?
I want to be like,
I'm gonna engage
I want to be
with
like,
you
sweet
way more.
baby,
Yeah.
I love you. You're so wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's set the
Please
wedding
come
date.
back. Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth, maybe a little bit of tongue.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you read that menu. You have questions about the
reading
pandan.
comprehension. What about the pandan?
So
And the
base.
So attractive.
So sexy right now.
Overrated, underrated, polishing glassware.
Oh, underrated.
Overrated.
Oh, I think it's underrated.
You love a polished glass.
Fucking polish that shit. Don't,
You
don't
said-
let it
I
look like
hate-
shit.
I hate polishing
I mean,
glass.
I just
Depending on the glass, I will say.
that's fair.
If it's a wine glass, you got
Yeah.
a water glass.
Water glasses, no. I think that your rocks glasses should look nice. I think your coupe should look nice. And I think your wine glasses should look nice.
Sure.
My easy out is that we freeze all of our glassware.
Word.
So that takes care of itself.
Chill.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
But I mean, I haven't had to polish.
I mean,
glassware
also
in a
just
long
like
time
keep your
'cause-
fucking eyes on shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, do not hand out dirty fucking
Yeah, just
glassware.
like keep your
Oh, yeah,
eyes on shit
100%.
because like not every piece of glassware needs to be polished
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more thinking of it in the way of, is it overrated or underrated to polish all your glassware? To polish some, sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I definitely have glassware that I do believe should be.
Yes.
And then there's others that I'm just like, okay.
So it's appropriately rated.
Yeah. Appropriately rated. Yes,
Okay.
appropriately.
Cool. Modding the shit out of things just because you work somewhere.
Ooh, I feel seen in a bad way. Especially me with all my allergies too. I'm like
well-
mod. Jen was a queen. She always let me mod.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a baby that loves a sides.
yes,
plate.
I'm a
So-
side bitch.
I don't know if the mods are necessary. Mod it up.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like my mods were. I don't
I don't
tend
think my
to.
mods are that intrusive.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, same.
I make sure that they're
I'm-
easy mods.
Yeah.
I'm respectable.
Yeah, no, like
respectful with
because
my mods.
I think we all get bored of eating or drinking the same shit every single day.
Right.
And I think if you are going to make the choice to eat the food at your work on a regular basis, fucking mix it up a little bit. It's
Mod it
probably
up.
kind of nice for them too.
Oh yeah.
As long as it's not too weird, you know?
Yeah. Overrated, underrated. Buying other people drinks.
Underrated. I love
Underrated.
buying people drinks.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Like,
Oh, like, wait,
Like, I mean, when you walk into a bar and you're like, around for the bar.
oh, I thought you meant like buying a friend a drink.
No,
I
Oh,
love
that's
absolutely
that's-
underrated.
No, that's
I-
overrated as fuck. Don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche. Okay, I
Keep
brought.
your money to yourself. They have their own shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a
or-
story about this too.
yeah, wait,
or I
no,
guess
I
if
brought
you're
this
gonna-
up because I have a
I
personal
guess if
gripe
you're gonna
this
do
week.
do it fucking quietly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be weird about it.
Just
No.
literally go up to the bartender and be like, I would like to send a round of and pick one fucking thing. One thing.
Yes.
Okay, I
One.
can't wait.
Oh my God,
Thing.
I'm so
pick
ready.
one thing and send it around. But like one fucking thing. Round of rumpies.
I'm
Round
ready.
of Fernies.
I'm ready. Sam is so
On a
excited.
yeah, sorry.
Round of teenies. I don't care, but one thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I'm
not.
so
yeah.
glad you said this. Okay, we are teaching people how to be better bar guests here. That is that is one of our goals.
It's our ethos.
Motherfucking 20 minutes before 2 on a Saturday night.
I wish you could
or
all
on
see
a
Sam's
Friday
face.
night
I know.
after getting fucking wrecked.
Hands up.
This dude fucking comes into the bar and is like, just finds the most lively table and goes, I want to buy them a bottle of champagne, and then I want to buy another bottle of champagne for the bar top. And then, so we get through that. So that's like $500 right there. So like, we're like, cool. Like, how big is your dick?
Yeah.
Like, just put it on the bar top.
we
He
want
said
it like
like slam.
Go for it.
Should I get the measuring tape?
Yeah,
or
like
no?
what the fuck? Also, like there's just something so icky about like the power dynamic that is that. And then after the shots go out, so one, it was like
I hate making those people feel powerful.
I know
the worst.
it gives me the ick so hard,
ick.
hard, like in my
Yeah.
body
Like
through
the
and
least
through.
fanny fluttered I've ever been in me loins.
Yes,
In
yes.
me loins.
In me loins.
And then after we pass out the champagne, he wanted to buy another bottle.
You're like, also
and we
everyone
were
needs
like,
to drink this immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 a.m.
well, yeah,
Chug.
no, that's what I was saying. That's the other thing too, is it was literally almost time to start pulling people's
Yeah.
glassware. So I'm like, why are we accommodating this shit right now? Like, I mean, I was also just cranky because it was the end of a
Here.
Friday night and I was in the
And it's
service
almost
well.
2 a.m.
Yeah. And I was like, how are we going to get all these motherfuckers out of here? The other thing that gave me the ick about it too was also that it was like a seemingly older man coming in on his
Gross.
own, picking this table
No.
of like 20-something-year-olds
Yeah.
to like
Icky.
be the big boy at the table. And I was literally like,
icky.
I'm going to vomit.
All the gross.
Wanted another bottle of champagne after the first two went out. And we were like, nope, that's it that we have. And he was like, okay, then cool. A round of,
No, dude.
Don Julio, 1942.
Oh, now everyone's puking.
Don Julio,
Yeah.
1942
Now everyone's
is
puking.
the douchebag tequila.
Oh, it is a douchebag tequila.
That and Clase Azul.
Yes, you're putting them in the same category. That's a hot
Yar.
take.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Mostly just because
I don't disagree with you.
Also-
people come in and they're like, I want the most expensive tequila you have.
Well, that's what he
and
was
I'm gonna have you put
doing.
it in a margarita.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry that I brought
He's
this up
like, I
just to go on
prefer
my own
sour
personal
mix,
rant.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just for my own personal rant to get through my week. Basically,
out, dude.
that
Yuck.
literally happened this week, and I was just like, I don't think it's cool to just like walk in and assume. Also, to assume everyone
Wants
drinks,
that, yeah.
wants it, and is in a state they should be having more.
I have a
Go
a
ahead.
story
Yeah,
about buying
please.
around for the bar
I can't.
that you were there for. And you possibly were also there for.
Neat.
And I think you know what I'm going to
Go
say.
ahead, air it out.
Okay.
Air it out.
Whenst working at East Trading Company.
As one did.
As one did. But I remember there was a restaurant across the street that we knew people who worked at, you being one of them.
Holler.
Well, no,
Yup.
you didn't work at that one.
I didn't work
but-
at that location, but, yeah.
But,
No, but
they
we-
would come over at the end of the night. And I remember one of them came in and goes, a round of tequila shots for everyone here, like for all the friends who came in. It was like 20 people. And then at the end of the night, we were like, okay, blank, are you going to pay for these 20 shots of tequila? And he goes, oh, no, can you like split them up onto everyone's tabs? And I was like, you can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
The second that
you
you
don't get
order-
to announce
Yeah.
Also, this is
alcohol for humans.
Yeah.
And like
And then
get
not
it-
buy them.
No, that's weird.
fucking
That's
weird.
also that's even more embarrassing than what the other dude did because he at least paid $800 at the end of the night
Yeah, right.
for his
Yes.
tab.
But this guy
This homie-
did not.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
was there for that.
And we were just like, are you fucking kidding me?
He
And
was
then one of
not.
the other people who was there was like, I'll take half of them, I guess, because
so sad.
someone's got to. And yeah, it was just the
What
ick
a gross
was so
move.
icky because he was like, oh no, I don't want to pay for all those. Like,
Yeah, but
everyone
you
can-
ordered it.
You
It
ordered
came out
it.
of
Ordered
your
that.
mouth.
You have
Yes.
to understand that as a person who does
I think
this.
since a lot of times we would give people like shots on like their first shot coming
Sure.
over from there, we'd be like, yeah, sure, like I'll give you a shot of tequila, whatever.
Yeah.
You survived your evening.
Yeah, right. Like, congrats.
But I think he thought that we were just going to do it on the house.
Oh, fun.
And I was like,
No,
can't-
you ordered
that's a, cute,
it.
that's a really
them.
cute assumption.
You can't just
Yeah.
assume that I'm going to give
The sweet, precious
so
baby
sweet.
girl.
Precious
that
baby
on the
angel.
house.
Well,
Or anything in the walk-in.
have you ever cried in a
Oh,
walk-in?
I absolutely have.
yeah.
This is not about me, but it was me leading to someone doing so. I didn't make them cry. So when I worked,
Just let's start there.
if anyone did, it was the customers and like how just this server was having a day. I was working at Life on Mars, and this gentleman has now since become a full-time accountant and moved back to Detroit. Whoop whoop. But he was having a fucking time out on the floor. Like the people, they were just real high maintenance. It was hot. Like it was just perfect storm for
Fussy.
just like a shitty day. And I was like, and myself and another bartender told him, well, you know, if you just go into the walk-in, you could kind of just like let it out, you know, and just kind of go in there. And we were like saying it pretty in jest.
yeah.
Boy walks in there and screams at the top of his lungs.
Ah.
Life on Mars is a music bar. That sound system is fucking supreme. We heard it.
Oh, sure.
And he walks out, and the entire kitchen has stopped moving.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure.
Time
All
stood
of us
still.
are just looking at this tiny man who's just
God.
emerged from the walk-in, who thinks no one heard his scream.
Poor thing.
Oh no.
We all heard his scream.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The whole world did.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Any
yeah,
other-
I led to someone allowing themselves to
Honestly-
release their emotions.
honestly, thank you for doing
in the
that.
walk-in.
That's good.
A service.
I led the I was the cheerleader
charge.
for that. I led the charge. But yes, I have I've cried in a walk-in, I've drank in a walk-in, I've done drugs in a walk-in, I've not fucked in a walk-in. I have had a pretty handsy makeout sesh or two,
Ooh.
Ooh, spicy.
but
With a guest or a coworker.
both.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
I don't have any stories because I'm a fraud now.
Yes, part of the conversation earlier, I was going to interject, but you two were riffing for a sec. We should let the listeners know that Kylie is a fraud now. Does
I
not
am a
even
fraud.
work in the service industry.
I'm not a bartender anymore.
But we are
always at heart.
always a heart.
That's right.
But
You
not
can't
in
take the
honorary-
bar out of the bartender.
Honorary star tender
Yeah.
of the ages, maybe at some point.
But we're very
I'm
happy
done.
for you because you're
For now, I'm done for now.
You're right.
We'll see.
But
what
you're
happens.
doing
Your
your,
path is your
big
path,
kid
baby.
stuff. You're doing your big kid stuff as
yeah.
a massage therapist, and we're very proud of you.
As I told the
I'm a
gentleman of the
healthcare
kitchen,
practitioner.
you are focusing on your massage career.
I am.
Yeah.
And then they cried.
No, they
Tears, tears.
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna have to come
doing.
hug them though.
I think we would consider this a shift drink episode because we were just bitching and chilling and drinking
just
our
hanging
bubbly
out.
waters.
Fucking chilling with the boys.
With
Yeah.
cheese.
chilling with the boys.
There was cheese.
There was cheese.
There were olives. There was
This
sharp
episode is
coochie.
sponsored by Boursin cheese.
Hey.
Not really. I
Hey.
wish though.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
So good.
And ball glass.
All right, everyone. Drink water.
Drink water. Love you. Have a good day.
Hell yeah, doggies.
Thanks for listening to Crying in the Walk-In with Sam and Kai. Find us on Instagram at cryinginthewalkin_pod and on Spotify at Crying in the Walk-In. You can find us in real life too, but only if you know us, you little freaks.